find out how we can tackle and deal with this problem. And the only way we can deal with this problem, that's the reason they don't want to listen to Nigeria. After all, South Sudan got their independence.
I mean,
then why is it that they cannot listen?
But one thing is that they no longer blame anybody. They are now,
that's what I'm saying.
Hands, whatever,
that's the reason I am telling you. Nigeria is the focal point for them. How many people died in South Sudan compared to what has died in Nigeria? Based on the fake statistics they are giving to us, fake statistics. We know it's more than what they give to us. How many people died in South Sudan? They gave them independence. They accepted, that since you guys cannot live together, okay, you break it. Why is it that they are not applying the same thing in Nigeria? The reason they are not going to apply it is because they don't want the survival of Nigeria. They don't want the survival of Africa, and they don't want the survival of the black man. One of the problems they are having in this country today is that most African Americans, most African Europeans are now traveling back to the continent of Africa to invest, no matter how little they start. They don't want those things because it seems we are now the one opening the eyes of the African American or the African European. We are the one opening their eyes now to tell them that let's go back home and do something. So that is one of the reasons they want to make sure they stop Nigeria. If they stop Nigeria, they believe that they could stop Africa. But the reality is that
they are doing so by just being the puppet masters behind the scene, pushing weaker criminals taking over power and holding us down. So you're right, until we probably faces our own fear, as we can identify the people behind our problems, right? Or those who are fronting for them. Nobody's coming to see us.
And finally, anytime you're reading the Western Journal or you're watching the mainstream media overseas, any leader in Africa, they tell you that, or in any other place in the world that is not the West, that is the global South, if they tell you that this leader is not a good person, my brother, if the reverse is the case, it's a lie. It is opposite. That leader is the one that is good. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much, Osita, for that, for that heartwarming, submission. And I bet a lot of us got your message so loud and clear. I have Adiola. Yeah. Hello.
Chairman, Happy New Year, sir. I just got to
year, How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm very all right. I'm very all right. Yes, yes. We are on it. We will not give up.
We are back at it again because it is almost like a catch-22, like a rat race. We are always at it, and those who are responsible for our dilemma, the problems, they are the key players. They are still active, unfortunately, while the rest of us are still trying to find our footing in facing and confronting this. But yeah, we are back at it. Please.
Yeah, so well done. Well done. All the good work you are doing is really admirable. It's really admirable. But in terms of Africa, leaving the grip of this Western world, it would take partnerships like the Sahel Alliance, in different forms. So I see that in the future, we might not have a united Africa, but you have Africa that is united at some level, people that believe that they can work together. A perfect example is the Sahel
Alliance.
Yes. So that alliance is going to be the next format.
Honestly, I saw their
yes.
I was supposed to bring that
I think they have their passport. The last part of that is to do away with the CFA currency they are using. Is to do away with that currency, and I'm sure they would be backing their currency with either their gold or something much more tangible. They would change the game. They would definitely change the game. That is the way forward for Africa. You would align with people that you have common interests with. It is not, see, Maigun, it is not a must if you don't want to align together as a whole continent. But when you start seeing the fruits of that liberation, if you start seeing the fruits of that liberation, then things will start changing. Things will start changing because, that man...
Their new president in Ghana, Mahama, he has appointed a representative to the AES right now, right? It's the only country in Africa that has sent, it's like you have ECOWAS, you have the SADC, SADC, the South African Development Commission or something, right? South Africans, not like South Africa as a country, but the Southern Africa, countries. Now you have African Union, and you have the AES. These are the three countries that form their own bloc right now. Now Ghana has sent a representative there, and it's just a matter of time, like Osita said.
Baba,
things goes on. Baba,
Chairman, ECOWAS is dead. ECOWAS is moribund. I don't see anything coming out of. No, it's not thanks. See, that union was already compromised by the French because because the ECO was meant to roll out, but the French frustrated it. Even down to the establishment of the first regional bank, ECO Bank. They frustrated it
and they killed it.
Fully, that bank was able to kick off. Yeah, but at some point, it's still, it's still not doing that great. It's still the problem. That ECOWAS has been compromised. It has been compromised. So we have to have a new one. So the new Ghanaian president trying to reach out to this is emblematic of the signs and the times that we are in. He knows that time is over. This old system, old thinking, whereby you hijack countries, you have taste for foreign assets, you compromise your people, you live lavishly. All that time has gone. Tinubu is a relic of that old time. And if you do not understand the signs and the time that we are living in, then I'm sorry, but at some point Nigeria would definitely crumble. It will crumble. It will crumble. See, Michael, that guy from Burkina Faso is in the shape and in the form of Thomas Sankara. I will share this quickly before I go. I had a vision like 4 or 5 years ago, about Thomas Sankara getting justice. And this is part of it. This is part of it. So no matter what you try to do to take that guy's life, it will not happen. Times have changed. We are in a new dispensation. So it is immaterial, whatever they are trying to cook up in Nigeria. That country is already failed. It's already failed. It's just a matter of time. It has all the markings. You keep on saying it has all the markings. It's gone. It is gone. The way the Sahel states would move, give them 5 to 10 years, Michael. Things will change. Things will definitely change because the main thing is empowering of your people and training them to have those skills, to master those elements that they have under their soil. That's all you need. That is all you need. By the time you master your gold, you master your uranium, you master your platinum, you master all those elements, they can apply it. It's not rocket science. You move to economic prosperity, but Nigeria has shown us the way not to do it. So, Michael, if I were you, I'll probably go and collect passport for those Sahel states and establish something there.
Go to any other, usually people said, Michael, don't go to Nigeria, go to Ghana. I say, Amy, Ghana, go to.
No, there's no need to go.
Go to where?
Go
to maybe.
Is the Sahel state you go and establish? See, Baba,
I want to have any field of Africa, I can go to Burkina Faso.
If you
can apply for their pass and go to the country.
If you take a bet, this is the first time in history whereby you have 3 African states aligning together with proximity to themselves.
The influence of the West.
Is the first time in proximity. It's not as if they lack proximity. They're in proximity. It is shocking. And if you think one person will come and destabilize that thing, you are wasting your time. This is not the era whereby you will use poison in someone's toothpaste, like the way they try to kill this man from the Congo. Patrice Lumumba, the poison is poison is toothpaste. It didn't work. This is not the era. We have left that era, my go. Baba, may I leave the mic? I don't want to depart tonight.
I know. Thank you so much. You have a very, very wonderful night yourself. And then, brethren, we've had a very extensive chat, honestly. Our time is now fast spent, okay? So whatever it is that we others still want to share, I advise that we keep it till tomorrow. But hang on. This is Prince Adebayo from Sweden. I'll tell him that he only has just 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. The Prince.
Baba,
Use that.
the king.
Yeah.
Good evening. I greet you.
Good evening.
The king.
Baba.
I beg. I did. I just listen to you. I say make a chip in.
All right. Good on.
You know, people are saying Nigeria is about to crumble. Nigeria, Baba Ejo. Is there anything, you know that we have flag independence, but do we have sovereignty in anything in that country? We don't have sovereignty in anything.
We have pretended sovereignty.
Yes. Our food, we are hungry in that country. We cannot feed ourselves, so we don't have food sovereignty. We don't have technological sovereignty. Baba, you mentioned tell me one thing where we do for ourselves, by ourselves, where we not depend on outsider. As long as you depend on outside for your technology, they can spy on you. They can spy on you any day. That means you are a hopeless nation. You are a hopeless nation because your military is just porous. That is why people like China and Russia are the people to be like. If you don't have sovereignty in your technology, you never start. If you don't have food sovereignty, you never start. Which one is we are going to crumble? We have not since independence, we never moved one inch because we are a collection of different nations. It's only people who know their destination that can fight for their sovereignty. How do you fight for your sovereignty? Your food. You must feed yourself. You have land, fertile land, you can't feed yourself.
Imagine.
And you're telling me Nigeria is about it. Nigeria is
you don't understand.
You can't protect yourself.
You protect our
because
you can't protect
anytime that ISWA, yes, anytime that they want to enter Ogun State or your state, it is some United States, it is their intelligence that used to publish it that they cited some terrorists trying to enter. Yes. Because what you don't have technology, they are from your own satellite. Yes. You don't get any. So which are we a country? We are just empty space. Empty space. We have not started. This your vice president will go everywhere. We're talking about technology. You know more.
They don't even get electricity. We can't even power the country. Like is Nigeria even independent?
We are not. In this current time, you can use social media to empty your country. You know that China have their own social media because they can use it to spy on you. You know they see the problem with TikTok. Where America is here, so that is the thing. You don't have sovereignty anywhere. You are not a citizen of this world. So that's why they are doing us anyhow.
Delusion.
We are just a set of human beings living somewhere.
In Africa, South Africa, they are manufacturing fighter jets. They are manufacturing weapons. Everything that they are also selling. Imagine in South Africa is selling weapons to Israel.
Exactly now. Those are people who know what they do. Those are people who know their destination. They are pursuing their own destination.
Giant of
waiting. Like just a population. If you have a sometimes they see say all the intelligent people don't come up for that country. If you wait there now,
big for nothing. It's a shame.
Big for nothing.
Prince Adebayo, thank you so much, right?
Baba,
let me round it up this evening, okay? It's
all right.
It's good to
all right, too much.
Stay safe, Baba. Right? I mean, it can be very uncomfortable to hear. It may be very hard for you to process, but listen, there are some certain things, some factors that will remind you, they are like the truth. That even though they may be uncomfortable, right? But they are just reminder to let you know that we have been lied to so many times. And every now and then, if you decide to question everything you were taught about Nigeria, you should be angry that you were lied to. And it's unfortunate that we are part of the entire contraption, okay? Anyway, everyone, enjoy your evening. Take it easy. Live safe. And you have a wonderful week, by the way. And then good night. From here. Good night.
mọ̀ tó jódodo.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Máyégún Diary politico.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary Náídì number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá.